Inside the school, a makeshift barricade was easily destroyed by the RWC, and they made their way inside the first-floor hallway. Since they didn't hear anyone running, Mizuhara thought that they were just hiding. They got a map of the school from S. The school has 2 stairs, so if they both split up and cover both, they'll be trapped. His second-in-command praised him, but he brushed it off and told him that he and his group should take these stairs and check the second floor while they take the other one and to check the third floor. Having that said, the first to find them gets the prize. Lastly, before departing, he warned them about the so-called White Knight. Then the guy in a hoodie dashed and run towards the second floor. The first one to get there gets the prize, after all. After mocking his group, they also run and keep up. In the second floor hallway, he noticed a guy standing in the end of the hallway. They thought that he was the White Knight, and the girls are just nearby. They run towards him, leaving the second in command. Then, the guy in a hoodie suddenly stopped. They noticed that he's a zombie. They questioned why is there a zombie here. He took out his weapon and swung it towards the zombie, but got hit by him instead. Everyone is confused. How come he got hit? They look at his face and it's messed up. Suddenly, a noise from behind got their attention. It was a group of zombies hiding inside the classroom. They got flanked. Arai calmed them down as they are just zombies, but before they could react, the people in the back is already done for. Shocked from what happened, they ready themselves. There's only one way, and that is to defeat the only one zombie on the other side. But the zombie doesn't have any weak points. Then as he looked at him clearly, the zombie seems familiar. When he realized that he was Takeda, it's already too late. The zombies had their feast, eating them all. At the same time, in the third floor, the same thing is happening to them. Their leader, who was acting tough earlier, run in fear, escaping the school with tears. Lol. The 3 watch him go. Sato asked if she's gonna let him go. She answered that he's not a big deal anymore since he's alone. She thought that he would get eaten by zombies. I thought she was being naive, but I was wrong. To Miki, even if he were to survive, it wouldn't be bad to spread about what happened. Inside the school, the RWC got turned into zombies, adding more A-class zombies into their army. Ritsuka shouted for everyone to stop. Everyone freezes. He ordered that those in shoal uniform or judo GI wait in the next room. She proceeded to order them based on their uniform. It's a good thing for them that zombies can recognize their uniform. Sato and Karin was amazed by this. This made their work 100 times better than before. Ever since they came back from the arena, Miki's been testing Ritsuka's power. Zombies who've been told to stop won't move if Ritsuka is there. However, if she's not within their line of sight, they'll start moving in about 10 minutes. Meaning the command fade if Ritsuka isn't there. Miki tests something else, and that is to command them to move when they hear a chime from the phone. They tested and it worked perfectly. Even if Ritsuka isn't there, they will follow if it's a simple command. They tested more, and asked Ritsuka to bear with her. Last night, to flank them, they did the same thing. They activate the zombies with a chime from a phone. With that, their self-defense is now complete. Up until now they've been focused on food and self-defense. Since they don't have to worry about defense anymore and even wiped out their rival group and also have their own group of survivors, now they can start building their own kingdom. Inside a room, there's a malnourished man in bed. He rationed his food for a month, but it's already gone. For 2 days he only drink water. Is this his end? To die a virgin? He heard a noise, but he thought it's just a bug or something. Since he's been hearing things lately, then he heard a voice. There are people outside causing chatter and commotion. He can't bear to ignore it. He went outside just to see people working in construction. He can't believe what he's seeing. The workers are also shocked to see that there's still survivor there. He asked about to cry if they are survivors. They said yes and he should come with them. Right now, they are building a road. The survivor was confused about this. Earlier, inside the meeting room, Miki said that they need a road. They asked why, because they already have a road, didn't they? However, they misunderstood her. The roads they have now is filled with zombies, so they need a road without zombies. Sato asked how. Miki said that they just need to put walls on it. Since there are construction workers in Saruwatari's place, Miki wants them to make a wall around the department store and the road. They will use drones to move the zombies away, then build a wall and fill in the gaps. By repeating this process they can make roads safely. Sato asked why do they need to do that. After all, they have drones to lure the zombies away, although it's slow, but making walls will be a lot of work. Miki elaborated her plan. What if they have 10,000 people? But as Miki over-exaggerated, she explained that in S prefect population is 7.5 million people, even if 1% survive that there would be 70,000. 10,000 people is decent population across all the groups of survivors. Miki asked him where could they put a farm to grow food with that many people. He answered that they could make new fields around their base. She snorted at his answer. For 100 people it's a good answer, but for 10,000 it's not enough. They need to use existing farmland to feed that many. Their base and farmland are distant apart, and the road towards the farmland is crawling with zombies. She asked Sato what to do. Nervously he answered that they need to make the road safe. Now that he get it, they need to use steel for the walls. They will also put roads in the factory, and they need a plan for power outage. That's why they need fuel to burn, meaning charcoal. To get charcoal they need to go to the forest for wood. Sato asked didn't Miki said that she will use zombies to generate power. But Miki sighed at Sato, they can't do it right away. In a small scale maybe, but it won't be par with a power plant. And beside they need to use special equipment and facilities for that. So that plan will be in a year or so. Miki is just looking at the bigger picture. That's why roads are necessary in building a country. Continuing with her plan, they first need to establish roads towards the department store, then towards a small group with 10 survivors. With this they can integrate, but Sato told her why when they already low on food. She answered that they already have all the food they need. She said that food are everywhere, because most people who need to eat have died. Now that cities have been destroyed, 90 to 95% of the population have been wiped out. There's a storage sitting there filled with food that's been going to waste. If they have roads they could connect those storehouses to survivors. They need to do this because their food will eventually run out. This will be temporary because a year from now on every food stores will be consumed. Miki had enough of Sato's stupid questions and just one more stupid question he will slap Sato. He immediately apologized. Then he remembered something. There are still two large groups, the zombie scientist and the Yakuza. If they'll start building roads, won't they'll eventually fight them? Miki got silent. Sato immediately apologized because he thought that it was a stupid question. However, the question is not a stupid, because everything will work out eventually. If they finish building roads, the two major groups will ally themselves to them. Sato asked why would they do that. Miki asked Sato how would he become a major player in a situation like this. He answered that by helping people and making friends. Those other groups got bigger by helping those people around them. That means their subordinates can't say no to a helping hand. This goes without saying because they didn't hurt anyone, and they are cooperating and building safe roads. Although they might doubt their intentions at first, but they'll see a deal too good to turn down. First they make roads, then make their population up to 300. When their influence spread, they'll earn the right to speak with the leaders of the larger groups. They will use that power and influence to forge an alliance. If they join with those groups, their number will be over 1500. If they reach that size, small groups will have no choice but to follow. Make roads and increase their numbers. They'll just have to repeat this and new groups will come faster, and in 6 months, S prefecture will be ruled by zombie scientist, the Yakuza and them. Those three groups will control everything. Karin grinned while Sato felt chills. Miki's words didn't cover the grand scheme, but the way she said it's as if it's already been decided, and sent chills within Sato's spine. He begins to wonder, is there even a place for him after all of those? Then, he stand and shout. If Saruwatari and Iwasa will be making roads, then what will the four of them do? He panicked and said those, but he realized something, and that is he want to stay with those two forever. Since when did he become so attached? He asked himself. Miki smiles, and said that they will capture zombies. Her plan is to get all of the zombies in the S prefect, shocking those two. In the truck, where Sato is driving, he said in short they will use Ritsuka's power to gather zombies and lock them inside a large building. They will continue doing that to keep the construction crew safe, while keeping Ritsuka's power a secret. They will do this every day because the construction will take time, and this will go on for a month. But Ritsuka is excited about this, because being with them makes her happy. In the end, he may have his own harem but he's stuck in gathering zombies. It's been 6 months since Miki told them her plan, and it's now May 20th. In the T University S prefecture, inside the meeting room, the three leaders gathered. Saruwatari Shinji, leader of the quartet, zombie scientist head Kurosaki Ni, and Kanto Shensengumi leader Shinto Takumi. They begin their meeting with the infrastructure, and since they still have electricity, they investigate the cause and learn that zombies are operating the power plant. The only power sources in their region are solar and hydro, and about 80% of the country has no electricity. Furthermore, those zombies don't maintain or repair power lines. This made them worry about a power outage, and because of this, they installed salvaged solar panels. With this, they can supply 30,000 people. Shinto was next to report. As always, zombies are breaking the walls, and this happens once a week. They dealt with it with their regular patrol. Everything went well without any problems. And with their new cargo trailer on their bike, transporting has become a lot safer. However, they lost power where they were cutting down trees. That's why they need a new place. If they have any ideas, he's willing to accept them. Then he asked Saruwatari's report, and he said that they confirmed the status of the SDF garrison. They demanded that he make his report clear. As usual, they scouted using drones. However, zombified SDF soldiers shot it down. Well, isn't my prediction correct? This information shocked the two leaders. Saruwatari showed them the video. Inside the garrison, soldiers are wondering with guns. They expected the zombified SDF to be dangerous, but they didn't expect them to use guns. They should stay out for the time being. He continued his report when Shinto smashed the table. Since the SDF has the strongest weapon, those who can take it will rule the country. That's why they need to prioritize that at any cost. Saruwatari asked how they would do that, but Shinto said that it's his problem. With that in mind, Saruwatari asked Shinto to lend some of his patrol squad. After all, taking down the SDF is on a different scale, and they don't have the resources to do that. But Shinto said that he couldn't because of the zombies getting in the road. He explained that the road is more than he thought. It is an important part of the group's morale. They say that this shithole world can still be saved and if the zombies will break through the walls. Is Saruwatari willing to take responsibility? He changed the subject, a sneaky attack. Now since he wouldn't help, they have no choice but to expand their walls and negotiate with the neighboring prefecture. But Shinto argued that they don't have time for that and should prioritize the SDF. But Kurosaki cut to their argument and said that if they reinforce the walls, the security patrol will have more freedom. That way, resupplying and assaulting the SDF will be easier. To explain her point, he opened her PowerPoint. Their latest design is the Z-Wall. They were both confused by this. Since their walls are only makeshift and built using salvaged materials, zombies can break through them. And since they've taken a concrete factory, they plan to build a large-scale retaining wall called the Z-wall. She explains the use of these walls and how sturdy they are, since their roads are easy to block, but with this wall, they can make the roads larger and wider anyway. It's just yapping about the wall. Even those two had enough of her. Her point is that with fewer patrols, they'll have more extra hands, and with more personnel, everything will be more efficient. With this, walls will come first. Although she's a pain, she's clever. But they should test the new walls first. I mean, the Z-wall first. They will have a practical test where they set up a wall and have zombies attack it. That's why she needs Shinto's help with this. Though it's a pain for them, it's worth the inconvenience. With her point, he can only agree. After this, they have to deal with the SDF. For some reason, he can't agree to build walls in the neighboring prefectures. To him, roads are equal to weapons. The neighboring prefectures INT will be coming to them sooner or later. They are surrounded by enemies. That's why they can't afford to screw around. When the enemies are at their gates, the two shouldn't say that Shinto didn't warn them. Saruwatari told Miki everything. Basically, he dared them to make a move on them. A Yakuza boss said that if it comes down to a fight, it will be a disaster. But to Miki and Saruwatari, it's obvious that he's not interested in the SDF. Anyone can't easily access those resources, and roads take priority. He knows this but still opposes the idea, but his intentions have been seen through by Miki. Shinto wants to show that he opposes them just in case someone takes over. The Kanto Shinsengumi is the largest group within those three, but the zombie scientists are in charge of the development of infrastructure, and the quartet is in charge of reconnaissance and strategy. Because of this, some within the Kanto Shinsengumi aren't happy. Why would they be working under someone when they are the strongest? But this will make things easier for them. Shinto knows this too. That's why he's giving himself an alibi to tell his comrades that Saruwatari and Kurosaki are weak, making it look like less of an alliance but a hostile takeover. Having that said, he still doesn't understand his position. Even if he takes over the alliance, he's just a Yakuza chief in name. Men are really obsessed with honor, which Miki doesn't understand. It's kind for Miki to put it in speaker, but they don't really get it. That's why they just dance instead. Miki was kind of feeling off about this. Then Saruwatari told them that they would be getting medical checkups.